what God does is he says, I'll give you foundation, one, so that you'll have something to stand on. So when everything starts shaking, but you also have a foundation so that you have a platform from which to help other people, to reach out and help other people. Say, God, I don't know why you put this person in my life, and I don't know that I'm that equipped. Well, the bottom line is, if you're standing on a solid rock and somebody's sinking in quicksand around you, you don't have to have a lot of qualifications. You just have to be able to reach out and say, I'm standing on a rock here. Went on staff at a mega church, a cathedral, and I thought, man, this is great. You know, this is my first staff position, and it's this huge cathedral, and I was pretty idealistic and really wanted to do something for God, and that was talk about foundation being challenged. It was challenged during that time. There were things going on behind the scenes, mainly money things, a lot of emphasis on money. I'm not opposed to churches raising funds or anything. Got to have money to go forward, but where it becomes all about money, there's something wrong with that. And so I was getting kind of disillusioned a little bit, just behind the scenes stuff, and they would talk about give, and it'll be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give into your bosom. You can't outgive God. Give out of your need, and so I think all those things within context are true. But if that becomes the thing, we're just trying to end up getting money and prestige and all those things. So when there was that was going on. I was a youth pastor. We had a ski trip coming up, and I had a couple of guys that had started coming to the church. They were younger, maybe in their 20s, homeless, and they had become Christians, and it looked like they got their clothes probably from Salvation Army. They were in subsidized housing or homeless housing. And we had this ski trip coming up, and it was kind of the elite annual ski trip the church did. And so this one kid wanted to go. His personal hygiene and his clothes weren't up to par. And so I had the senior pastor was going on the ski trip too. He said, Randy, he said, you need to tell him that there's not any room left. Wouldn't have any room for him to go. I was 22, 23. So I thought, well, I don't agree with that, but so I went and I told this kid, I said, there's no room left. He said, well, he said, if there's a cancellation, do you think I could go? I said, well, let me see. I would think so. And so I left church that day. Now I remember where I was on the freeway. I said, God, if this is the ministry, I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be in it. And so I went and met with the pastor. And I said, I told the young kid that it wasn't room for him on the ski trip, and so we talked about that. And I said also, I'm going to go ahead and resign, and you can let somebody else come in and take my position. So the last thing I did on staff there was I met with everybody who was going on the ski trip. The buses left, and that kid was there with his suitcase packed, just hoping that somebody had canceled. I thought, I will never do that again. I may handle it different today, a little older, but I still would say that's not right. And but so I'm thinking that's just this negative thing happened. I left. Matter of fact, that's when I started working for the police department and working undercover narcotics and then patrol and phased back in. But it changed me in a way that I had to understand that a minister or a organization or politics or whatever it is doesn't change the foundation My faith, it took me a while to really work through that. My faith wasn't built on the pastor of the church, even though he should have been an example. But my faith had to be built on Jesus, who said, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden." But Jesus, who in Matthew has a leper come to him and said, if you want to, you can make me whole. And while the person is still a leper, Jesus reached out, the Bible says, and touched him and said, "I want to." That's the foundation. But what happens in life is, man, we can have all kinds of things shake our foundation. We think, well, preachers are fake. That's exactly what I thought. Preachers are fake. I don't want to be one. Well, not all of them are fake, and you don't have to be. But it took me a while to work through that. I was